Okay. I'm going to show you how to cut your man's hair. Look at that. Okay, so also keep in mind with this, I am a licensed professional, so I'm sure it's going to be hard to try to do it at home, but at least this will kind of give you an idea and a good foundation to give it a go. So make sure your area that you are using is nice and sanitized, keep it clean, wash your hands before and after, all that jazz, and good luck. So first you're going to need shoes so you don't get hair all over your feet. You're going to need a cape. If you don't have a cape, you are just going to want to use a towel. And you're going to need clippers. These are clippers. So these have a little lever on them. And these are trimmers. So you're not going to want to use these unless you're cleaning up any lines. If you use these instead of clippers, your dude's hair is basically, he's going to be bald. So don't use those. And then these are your guards. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Usually guys know what they have used, but I would always start higher and then work lower versus lower than higher if you don't know what he uses. And then I have my own scissors and I have my combs. Obviously, using scissors, it's going to be a little tough, but I'm going to show you how I do mine. So I'm going to start with my one because that's what I always do with my fiance. And I'm basically going to start at the neck down. So look down, babe. You're going to hold your clippers underneath and you're going to go up like this. Okay, so it should look something like this. And for him, I use a one all the way up to here. So you have to be careful. You don't want to hit their crown area yet because that's where their cowlicks usually are. And you don't want to botch that up. So I just went a little bit past above his ears. And then the line is right here. So it should look something like this. It's going to look a little bit silly first because you haven't blended it out yet. Make sure whenever you use your razor, you are going straight up as you get up here and you're not following the hair like that, or else you're going to kind of go with the shape of the head and cut off more than what you need. So you can kind of go against the skin when you are down here because you want to get all of that hair off, but then once you get here, kind of taper off and go straight up like that. Okay, so next I am using my 1/16, and I'm basically going to have him look down, babe, and I'm going to make a line right here, and I'm just going to do basically this down. And sometimes, depending, you can go a little higher or lower. And you can kind of curve it to go with the shape of the head. So when you're done with that, it's going to look something like that. So you can see the line that I just made. You are going to take your little lever. See how this was pushed down? And that's pushed up. So we're basically just going to push that up by a little bit, maybe half. So I'm going to take this down, push it up half. And now I'm going to just blend right on this line. See how that blends that out a little bit, and I can kind of put it down if I need to. So we're going to do that all the way around and get that nice and blended by using the lever and kind of figuring it out. Okay, so now you can see that line is all blended up into this line. So it's nice and blended all the way around. Don't worry about the top yet. So now we're going to just take no guard, and I'm going to start all the way up like this. Look down. And we are going to trim up to the hairline. So this actually probably won't take much off, but I always like to start with my guard or my lever all the way up just to make sure there's no stray hairs. And kind of like make your line. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put that all the way down, and I'm basically just gonna do from here below the ear. So now we have another line, and we're just gonna move the lever up a little bit, and we're gonna blend that line in. And you can move the lever up or down depending on what you need. Okay, so now it should look something like this. Okay, so at this point we're gonna use our trimmers now. So no guard on the trimmers. And we are going to clean up the neckline. So literally you can just take those and trim that neckline. Now look down for me real quick. Thank you. I still like to kind of like make an outline, even though I did just take this off. I kind of take my trimmers upside down like that, and I will kind of make an outline of where I want it to start. And then you can do that on the other side. So and then everything down here is gonna get shaved off. So when that is done, it should look something like that. And make sure you are holding the skin taut like this with your one hand while you are trimming it with the other hand. So then that way the skin is nice and taut and it's not gonna get caught on anything. We're gonna take the same trimmers and we're gonna trim up the ears. So you can actually fold the ear over, and then you're gonna like kind of take your trimmer and you're gonna trim it like this. So you're really only using this part of the trimmer. You're not using the entire thing. So it's gonna be like that. So afterwards, the ear should look something like that. Nice and cleaned up. Okay, so I'm not gonna show how to cut the top because, to be honest, that is tough. You need to know how to use your hands. So I'm skipping this part, but I am gonna show you how to blend this part. So to blend these together, you are going to cut, it's called scissor over comb. So we're gonna take our scissor and our comb, we're gonna bring the comb up to here, and all this hair right here is gonna get cut off. So your comb acts as the guard for the scissor, and you're gonna be bringing this straight up. So it's not gonna follow the shape of the head, it's gonna go straight up. And afterwards, should have some nice little piles of hair on your kitchen floor that look like your dog's hair. Okay, so afterwards, you have a nice little blend, a nice little quarantine haircut.